People here in Israel, you can see, they are protesting against Hamas brutality and barbarism. We have seen that from day one, ever since they entered inside Israel. They have taken many people hostage, which include children and women. Now you can see they're holding placard in their hand. They want those women back. They want the hostage to be immediately released. They are questioning what kind of holy war you are fighting. What kind of war is this for the Holy Land, where you are maltreating all those individuals and committing all those crimes against humanity. Look at this placard, prisoners exchange deal now. Immediately you should release all those people who had been held hostage. Many of them are children aged between 6 and 16. Bring the girls back home. Many of the women have also been taken hostage. We have seen that initially it was unprovoked aggression from their side. This was followed by infiltration. Then finally it was an oppression from their side. And now people are quite angry. They're trying to build pressure. They want the international community also to build pressure against these monsters. What do you really want at this stage?
We don't want revenge, that's for sure. We had enough of that. And as I have, it says here in Hebrew, but it's a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "An eye for an eye would make us all blind." So this is what we don't want to. This is where we don't want to be. We want to stop revenge, get the hostages back, and have negotiations.
See, I think the people who are trying to glorify these terrorists should listen to this lady, because she is quoting Mahatma Gandhi. What is written here?
What's written here? Freed our kidnapped people. And then this is the first priority. Then the one that is responsible could not repair the damage that he felt. Fire. Go home.
So very clear message, a very loud and clear message. Release all those people who had been held hostage. We have seen that how Hamas is resorting to the blackmailing tactics, because they are trying to use them as bargaining chip. They are saying that if you will not start pounding Gaza, they will start public execution of people who had been in their captivity. But this blackmailing tactics is not really going to work. They are saying that on humanitarian ground, you should immediately release them. And if you are not going to release them, then you will have to pay the price.
All right, we continue to get you these ground reports. Pradeep Datta is also joining us live from Tel Aviv for the latest. The visuals that we are playing out for you show the counter operation by Israel, where over 250 innocents who had been taken hostage by Hamas have been released alive by the Israeli Defense Forces. Pradeep, these are very, very dramatic visuals that we are seeing, and Israel that has deployed its elite group has also retaken control of the Sufa military post. Explains this all to us. The dramatic visuals also show several of these hostages being freed.
You rightly said, because for the last 3-4 days, there was a lot of pressure on the Israeli troops, especially to release people who had been held hostage, and many of them who had been kidnapped by Hamas. And you can see this flotilla, how they are just entering inside that particular area. They are getting some of the people released also, and they're trying to recapture those parts where from the Hamas used to target them. And already we have seen that for the last 6 days, 7 days, the fighter jets have also been targeting many of their hideouts. They have flattened the building because they do not want them to raise their ugly heads. Not only that, but we have yesterday ourselves had been to Gaza area. We saw that several Humvees, the tanks, they're lined up there, and they're planning the ground assault, because at the end of the day, it's going to be ground assault that's going to decide the fate of the war. But the only thing that's right now them, because they want to avoid any kind of a collateral damage. Already they've asked the people who are putting up in Palestine, they should leave that area, because they are trying to provide them a green corridor, a safe passage, so that people can leave that area. There's no collateral damage, because they do not want any kind of a civilian casualty, because these Hamas people, they're hiding behind the population. And today is a very crucial day. Let me explain you, because today is Friday, and already the advisory has been issued. We have seen that how Hamas leadership, they have given a call for global jihad, and I've been interacting with the people. They are saying that advisory has been issued to them. People had been asked to remain extra vigilant, careful, not to freak out unnecessarily, unless and until their job really requires them to move out. Otherwise, you stay indoors, because Hamas is helping to target the Jews wherever it can, because they from day one had been trying to make other brothers in different parts of the Arab world also unite and fight against Israel, because they are trying to demonize Israel and trying to project Israeli as an occupational force. There's almost a similar kind of a template that is followed by the Islamic jihadists everywhere, the similar kind of a template. We have seen that how the jihadis had been following in Kashmir Valley also. And so they are trying to follow a similar kind of a template here. At the end of the day, they are talking about Ummah because they are talking about Muslim Brotherhood. But I think it is because of this reason that they have been left behind, because they never ever thought about their people. It is not only that they have taken Israeli hostage, but if you look at the conditions there in Palestine, and the thousands of people had been held hostage, the Palestinian, by these Hamas people, because they can't channelize their energy in right direction, because Hamas people often hide behind them, use them as shield, and they target Israelis, and they had been doing it for the last 7 days. So let's see, because today the day should pass, because it's the 13th day, and also it's a Friday, and that's one of the reasons. So there, everybody is careful. Let me ask my Vijay to show you the roads. Let me ask him to move the camera towards the road. You can see most of the streets today were a deserted look. We are moving towards the interior areas. See, hardly you'll find anybody moving around. Normally, this area is a bustling activity. Right now, you'll find only 1 or 2 odd vehicles plying on the road, because people are staying inside. Already advisory has been issued, and we have seen that there had been rocket attacks also from Hamas side. Yesterday, while we were in Serot area that's close to Gaza Strip, while we were interacting with the mayor, I was interviewing a mayor of that area, and that was the time when 6 rockets were fired from Hamas side. One of the rocket landed near the car. 3 and even the ambulance was not spared. 3 people got injured. They were immediately evacuated to hospital. So they are trying their level best, whatever they want to generate fear.